So we're continuing our Moonlight walk. It's 5:20 a.m. Somebody wants to smell. And we have a moon, which is so inspiring. You know, if the moon was every morning, I'd be up early. So I haven't been out this early for a while. Highly recommended. Quiet, peaceful world. The kind of world I lived in when I was in Europe. Like you go out. Oh my God. Is that the howl? I think I hear the howl of the jackals, but I'm not sure. They are night animals sleeping somewhere. Hear it? It's better than the sirens. So, what can I say? It's been a crazy week for me. I didn't think I was going to last. Oh, look at the toy store. We'll have to work at a toy shop. Would be so good to sell toys. At the moment, I'm not in the place where I would like to be, but I could be in a worse place. At least the people are very nice and kind. And it is situated nearby. I don't have to take a bus, so it's not the worst thing. It's not where I want to be, but it makes me ambitious. Sometimes if you're not in a good place, instead of despair, just think, oh, I want to be somewhere else. Because it's not the kind of work I think I should be doing. But since I'm not getting paid to do like this, the only offers I've had didn't make sense financially, and this is a very important point at the moment. Right now we're thinking of finance. I guess we're always like that. I don't think I've ever had a time where I could just okay, I'm not going to take this job because I don't need the money, or I'm going to do this job despite the money. I tried, but never worked out because I always needed the money and I couldn't last in a job that didn't pay enough, which is why I have instability. Because sometimes you look at instability and you wonder why. Another reason was really not good work conditions, such as nasty people. This is not nice. Did he really? I don't know. But anyway, I don't agree necessarily. I think he works really hard. I don't think all the politicians are not my type of people at all. I do not like politicians. And I don't think he's a particularly corrupt one more than others. In Israel especially, it's very sad because as the prices go up, the prices of the politicians, their salaries, the parliament members go up, and normal people, the salary doesn't go up. I don't know how people survive. It's really hard. But I'm trying not to worry because worry is not good. So I'm starting my day without coffee, by the way, but with tea. I haven't been able to drink it. It's too hot. Starting my day with tea because I drink coffee at work. I try to limit it to one. And yesterday was really busy, so I couldn't even drink that. What I can say is that, work isn't everything, but it takes up a lot of my day, which I'm not happy about. I would have liked a job that doesn't take up a lot of my day, that I could have time to do other things, like Shiva. Shiva work is important. I'd like to do something more meaningful with my life, but I'm not there yet. Today, a yoga teacher from my school came in, and I thought, well, how come she's a yoga teacher and I am not? How come I'm not a yoga teacher? I did the course. I should be a yoga teacher, but I'm really bad at connections. And she got a name, Radha, which is the wife of Krishna. And that's like the ones that were kind of, teachers' pets. The ones that were like part of the cult more. They were like, yes. They got the good names. You know, if you're a guy, you got Krishna. If you're a woman, you got Radha. You got the top Hindu gods. I didn't get a god. I got Mangala. Just simple person who gives good energy to people. Which is okay, but I'm not a god. I'm not a goddess. And it's sad. because I always argued and asked questions, which is what a critical thinker does, and yet they didn't appreciate that. So that's why I'm not part of the cult. I couldn't work with people who expect me to always agree with them. That's me. Sorry. So I'm looking forward today to Tu B'Shvat. We have the celebration of the tree. I'm going to dinner to do like a banquet, different fruit and Kabbalah, and it's all for free at Bet Tfilah Israeli, which is like a sort of, not reform, but yeah, I mean, it's Judaism to the core. It doesn't include all the, all the stuff that oppresses women and stuff. It's more egalitarian, and this is more my spirit. Even though I was thinking to go to a Hasidic synagogue this Saturday just to get some of the Yiddishkeit, I don't like the Judaism where the men are the leaders and then they tell you, women are equal. No, they're not. They're not equal because we can't have all the roles. Equality means you get to do everything. Just like I don't have equality in where I work because there's a boss, right? So if the boss is always a guy, then it's not egalitarian. Then the women do not have a position of power. And that, in hindsight, that has always been my problem. I've never taken a position of power, really. I've always taken the seat. I never took the driver's seat. And that was my big mistake in marriage and everything. Relationships, work. I've never been a leader. And when you're not a leader and you don't like to be led, that's a problem. Then you're a troublemaker or nonconformist, but I've never been able to do my own thing. I tried, but not hard enough. I guess my problem is I'm a little bit unambitious. So we're looking at shops here. It's nice to live next to a main street. Shiva likes that. Shiva loves shops. Do you like shops? Do you like shops, Shiva? Yes. She likes grass, but it's too wet. So it's a pretty cold winter now. January was beautiful, except the rockets. And so it's so weird how when it stops, you think, you don't remember the last time it was like this. I have very short hair now, and I'm feeling the cold on my head, like really, really cold. And yeah. Don't do pee-pee on the newspaper, Shiva? No, she won't. So, yeah, I could have worked in a kindergarten, perhaps. It would have killed me, though. Because to be with kids, it's so nice, just one. But when you're with a lot of kids and you're always taking care of them, it's so tiring. It's so exhausting. And for me, it's not fulfilling. I don't think I think I can help people. I like to help, but to be a caregiver is really not my thing. I really would like to, if I'm going back to teaching, it's going to be definitely older kids. It's never going to be the small ones, the little ones anymore. I'm tired of that. Did it, but here it's mostly childcare. And I'm not into that. I did that with my own kids unappreciatively. So the news is I'm not invited to my son's wedding because my son doesn't want us together. And then it went further. Then he went into, you were never a mother, you're not a good mother. I did so much for that little brat. I mean, he's not a brat, he's a man now. That guy, there's a garbage truck. I just blocked him because I felt there's not much to say. He's not listening to me. He has selective memory. He forgets all I did for him. I did so much for that. There's nothing. I never said no to him. He had the best parties ever. He had a bowling and pizza party when he was, let me remember which, was it 10 years? And then he said, I never had a mother. I took him to trips. I spent so much time with him. And yet he was always running away. His father never cooperated. When he was 2 years old, he ran away, and I had to have strangers help me look for him. And then at 4, and then I finally got a dog to help find him. And I went through so much stress with him. And it really was a big distraction of what I wanted to do. I could never just, what do you want to do? I have a difficult child to handle. I have to look for him. How can I relax and think? You cannot relax and think when there's so much going on. All these yoga teachers that are relaxed, they don't have to deal with a 2-year-old all by themselves when their father is like, I'm busy, when he's just on his day off or whatever. It was his afternoon off school. And he didn't even want to look for his own 2-year-old son. And now he's going to the wedding as if he's the big hero. Not to mention the abuse that he inflicted on that boy. But no, everything is forgiven because now he's changed. What's changed? Has he found Jesus? What has changed? Nothing has changed in that despicable man. The only thing that's changed is that he's too old to hit, that he's tired and he doesn't have an opportunity. That's the only thing. Lack of opportunity to abuse others, because people are now in separate homes with their partners. All of a sudden he's the nice guy, but that Satan, he's a Satan on earth, because what he did to me is unforgivable. He just took over my life, controlled it, and I was in the, I didn't take the driver's seat. I didn't have any control over my life. I just let him, and this kind of lifestyle where you lose control over your life, it's terrible. In a way, it's not different than being a drug addict. You just let somebody do and just dictate to you everything. And he took over the financial. And when I got some money from my mom, he took that. I just gave birth, and he took a lot of money my mom gave me to buy a computer, and he just took the money. He just took it as if, everything belongs to me. And that was the point where I should have divorced him. That was the point when the baby was born. Then I had a newborn, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. I wasn't able to deal with so much. And the minute he got out, the social workers come like rats coming to devour the dead body, I don't know, of the marriage. Just really irritating and not looking at the substance. The kids were so taken care of. They went to school, they got fed, they had clothes. They had a mother that took care of them 24/7. But that's not enough for them because I'm messy. I get penalized because of the way the house looked. So what? I can't do everything on my own. I'm not a very organized person, even when I don't have little kids. So can you imagine when you have little kids and you are not an organized person and you have to deal with everything? I mean, it was a miracle I was able to get them all off to school. And I took them to activities and everything. And my mom helped a little bit, but very, very little financially. She could have done much more because she inherited a lot. And I was just getting always little drops, little bits. And I had to make do with that. And then when she died, I got something that I could all of a sudden, and everything was on the kids. Everything. My whole entire world revolved around my children. And at 2 out of 3, turned out to be ungrateful bastards. Ungrateful bastards, really. Just not appreciative at all. Not able to say thank you for all you've done. 2 out of 3. And that's the statistics I have in my family. We're 3, 2 are lousy, manipulative narcissists. Same thing with my father's, same thing with my mom. There it's more than 2 out of 3. All her siblings were horrible, horrible people who just thought about how to manipulate. And maybe her sister, maybe one was not. She was just swept away by the mean narcissists. When there's money involved, narcissists are they see, because they cannot feel. Narcissists don't have feelings. It's all pretend. It's like the invasion of the body snatchers. They're just a shell of a human being. They look like human, which is why they're so good at manipulating, because when you have feelings, you can't manipulate. Because a person who has emotions, they can't manipulate because you're always thinking with your heart. And when you think with your heart, then you're led by your emotions. But when you are a shell of a person and you don't have any emotions and you don't have any attachments, then you just do whatever you want. If you're not attached to a person, then you just see them as an object. They don't see the godly in the other. They see their use. And I always thought I was abnormal until I realized You know why I'm abnormal? Because most of the people I see around me, they look at people as a means to an end. And I can't do that. Never could, never will. The dog for me also, I don't look at her as a means to an end. Sure, she gives me a lot. Sure. However, I always think what she wants, what she needs. Like, Anyway, they're open early, but I'm not, I did work, so I don't see a reason to spend money on food at the moment. And come on, Shiva. No, we're not going to a coffee shop. It's too early. It's not open. No, Shiva. Shiva le boy. Shiva boy. They're good people. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm ending this. Shiva, say good day to everybody.